The game mode that we're playing right now is called Convoy, and the point is for one team to take their convoy of trucks from one end of the map to the other. You have to stay within a certain proximity of your trucks, though, in order to get them to move. This allows you to move around the map, see the entire map, but also forces you to think ahead and think tactically for cover and say, okay, with our vehicles moving, where can the enemy be hiding, ready to blow them up, and where can I hide to counter those tactics?
Exactly, and Convoy is only one of the 5 game modes that the game has. Basically, the 5 game modes that the game has, what you're looking at, is you have Convoy, which is the mode that O'Neill just described just now. You also have Retrieval, which is your basic capture the flag mode, where you find the canister and you bring it back to the retrieval location. The team with the most points at the end of the time limit wins. You have Sole Survivor, which is just like your classic Counter-Strike, where your entire goal is to eliminate the players on the opposing team and there are no respawns. You also have Team Deathmatch, which is the first to a certain set number of points wins, and it's team versus team. And the last one is Infiltration, which is a King of the Hill mode. There are certain cap points throughout the map, and each team's goal is to try and cap those points and hold them for as long as possible, which does accrue you various experience and things of that nature.
So Ferris, overall, if you had to give a rating on a scale from 1 to 10 of Breach, what would you give it?
I'd give it at least a solid 8. And one of the things that makes Breach so great that we haven't touched on is the price point of the game. Now, you get games like Medal of Honor and Call of Duty that you go to the store and you pay $60 for. This game is going on Steam for $15 to $20. The developers haven't released an official price as we're recording this, but it does come out tomorrow, so we will have an official price by then, but they have said no more than $20 for the game. So in my opinion, great buy, hours of entertainment.
Where your players are going to run around in the snow crunching.
Exactly, and with the weapon perks and upgrades and things like that that we discussed earlier when we were looking at the main menu system, there are some things in there that are really kind of cool, like the bionic ear and the infrared sniper detector, and those things are really going to help you out as you're moving around the map to keep yourself alive for longer. One of the other cool things that I want to cover is the fact that this game actually does use real-world physics. And it's not only applied to things like bullet drop and deviation and things like that with the various weapons, but the game is designed so that the more equipment you're carrying, the slower you're going to run. So if you've got a guy that's got a very light loadout, you're going to be able to sprint for longer, you're going to be able to move faster while you're walking. But if you're a guy carrying an M60, you're not going to move as fast as everybody else. So, O'Neill, we know that most games have some kind of integrated VoIP system, and Breach at this point really doesn't. Have we heard anything about any kind of development as far as the way that's going?
You know, Ferris, I can't speak for Atomic, but I did talk with one of their quality assurance guys, and he said, while he can't speak about any future patches, for right now, Breach is going to be using third-party communication tools such as TeamSpeak. This is a little bit of a disappointment. It's a major impact to the game in terms of play. But I think right now, especially at TacticalGamer, it won't be that big of a deal because we already utilize TeamSpeak.
I absolutely agree. And, you know, communication is always essential to games like this. So, you know, while it is a small concern, they did say that they can't speak on future patches, so we can just keep our fingers crossed. Alright, so O'Neill, I know you've got a little bit more experience with the actual gameplay in this than I do. How does it work with leveling and gaining XP and things like that to unlock weapons?
Well, for every kill that you make, like I just killed Ferris here, you get a certain amount of experience points. In that case, I think I got 7. I think that's what it said. I really wasn't paying attention. But you utilize these points to not only rank up your character's level, but you also use them in a store environment to get the unlocks and other equipment like we touched on at the beginning of the video. You get these points for everything from killing enemies to assisting kills on enemies to capturing command points in this game mode to many other things you can do in-game with it.
Alright guys, and we hope that you have enjoyed this day one review of Breach, and this is Ferris Bueller from TacticalGamer.com.
And this is O'Neill, the Operations Administrator at TacticalGamer.com. Stop by, say hello. Tactical Gamer, the only place for mature gameplay.
And if you guys want to check out more in the game that the review didn't show you, check out breachgame.com. It's all one word, breachgame.com, and they'll have all the official information